Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is gonna be a bold take, kind of, because I think it's a little early to be saying this. But from what I've seen over the past couple games, just in the playoffs and towards the end of the regular season, the 76ers lost the Ben Simmons trade. They lost it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They lost it. And I'm gonna tell you why, okay? Now, in case you guys don't know, the 76ers gave up Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks for James Harden. Okay? They bet the fucking house on getting James Harden. Daryl Morey let his emotions get involved with this. He grew tunnel vision. He was like, the only player I will trade Ben Simmons for is James Harden. And he got James Harden. And James Harden is playing like shit. Okay? I mean, in the playoffs, he's shooting 40% from the field, 34% from 3. He's averaging like 18 points a game on 3.5 turnovers. I mean, it's bad. It's a fucking horror story. I mean, if Tyrese Maxey wasn't fucking playing right now, and Tobias Harris of all people, if these two guys weren't playing in this Miami Heat series, these games would be way more than blowouts. I mean, like, I'm talking Miami winning the game by like 30, 35 fucking points. Because James Harden is like non-existent in these games, okay? I mean, like, he has been painfully average. Now, I think there is reasoning for this, and I feel like there's blame to go around here, not only to James Harden, but also to Daryl Morey, because Daryl Morey let his own personal emotions get in the way of his actual job. Like, at this point, I would guarantee you that the 76ers and Daryl Morey, okay, got better trade offers than what they got in James Harden. I mean, they gave up a shit ton. They were asking for first-round picks for Ben Simmons. They wanted like 3 or 4 first-round picks, if I remember the initial report correctly, for Ben Simmons. They ended up not only trading Ben Simmons, they gave up Seth Curry, of all people. They gave up Andre Drummond and ended up giving up 2 first-round picks to get James Harden. And now I look at this and question, can James Harden even take this team to the playoffs if Joel Embiid doesn't play for a season? It's bad, man. It's really, really bad. And I'm going to be honest with you. James Harden has become a completely different player since the league did change the basketball this year, but at this point, you should fucking be used to it, I would think. And because they're using a Wilson ball this year instead of a Spalding ball. I don't know what the differences are, but that is one difference. That could maybe be affecting things. But what I think is affecting things even more is the shooting foul changes that they implemented this year, where you can't just shoot a jump shot and flail your fucking arms and get 3 free throws, okay? James Harden went from averaging like 10 free throws a game for his entire fucking career to averaging about 7, okay? 7.5. And that's a big point difference. And I just think to myself, the 76ers lost the Ben Simmons trade because they bet the house on James Harden, and James Harden looks like, you know, right now he couldn't hit water if he was dropped into a fucking lake. I mean, it's bad, man. I mean, James Harden, everything about this I don't like, because I feel like not only is James Harden not in shape, but being in Philadelphia, he's real good friends with Meek Mill. He's a known, like, partier, you know, like, go out, stay out all night, you know, and, you know, come to practice the next day fucking tired and wore out and shit. And then he's got the personality thing where it's like, if he doesn't want to be there, he's going to play like shit anyway. And with Joel Embiid not playing in games 1 and 2, the 76ers are now down 0-2 to the Miami Heat, and Joel Embiid is now not playing in game 3. So I have to ask myself, like, was it really worth trading for James Harden? Because right now in this Miami Heat series, James Harden is the 3rd best player on the team. Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris are playing better than James Harden. And I just think to myself, Daryl Morey bet the house on James Harden thinking he was getting the James Harden of like 3 to 5 years ago. And that's clearly not what the fuck he got. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Nets, it was obvious the Nets got the better end of the trade, the James Harden trade, or Ben Simmons trade, whatever you want, but, yeah. it's obvious now that they got the better half of this trade. And, you know, it's sad that, like, people are shocked about this, including me, because I knew James Harden wasn't a good playoff player. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the playoffs, he just seems to, like, not play like himself because he doesn't get those fucking ticky-tack fouls. Oh, my defender breathed on me. Give me 2 free throws. You know what I'm saying? He can't do that shit in the playoffs. They usually let you play unless the refs are calling the game one way. And I just think to myself, he can't do these stupid ticky-tack, grab your fucking arm, shoot a layup shit. He can't just flail his arms on, you know, contested fucking threes and get free throws anymore. I mean, he's lost a step athletically. He doesn't dunk the basketball really anymore. I mean, he looks like he hasn't, you know, kept up to date with eating healthy and shit. I mean, he's bad. I'm just going to be honest, man. James Harden is not what he used to be. His points per game is on a decline for the past couple years. I mean, I hate to say it, man, but I really don't think James Harden is capable of being that 1B superstar that Philadelphia needs him to be. You know, Daryl Morey had it so ingrained in his head that the only guy he would need to win a chip is James Harden, and that shit's not working. So I don't know, man. If I'm a 76ers fan, I'm calling for Daryl Morey's job this entire playoffs. I mean, I would be shocked in the offseason if Daryl Morey doesn't lose his job. Because right now, okay, James Harden is not playing like the guy they traded for. And now, I will say this, okay? There is a redeeming quality here that maybe James Harden gets his shit together in the offseason. He gets back in the gym. He becomes a healthy player. And next season, he redeems himself and becomes the player that we think he is, or the player that we know him to be. But right now, I mean, it looks like he's just not even the third best, or not even the second best player on the team. Like right now, Tyrese Maxey is playing better than James Harden. A second-year rookie, or no, a second-year sophomore player, okay, is playing better than James Harden. So I don't know, man. You know what? I at the time that this trade happened, I was curious about it. Now I just think to myself, I'm like, 76ers lost this motherfucker. They lost this trade. If James Harden can't win you one playoff game by himself, okay, you lost your trade. I mean, you gave up way too much to get him, and they acquired him with thinking that no matter who plays, Embiid or Harden would be able to win the game with or without Embiid, and we're seeing that that's not the case. And the worst part of this whole fucking thing is, James Harden has Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris. Now, Tobias Harris, obviously not the greatest player in the world, but you have Tyrese Maxey playing at an all-star level for you right now, and James Harden still can't go out there and help him win a game. I mean, if we look at James Harden's stats for this playoff series, I mean, let's go to seasons, let's go to playoffs here. I mean, if we look at this series, the series stats on this, in game 1, okay, James Harden scored 16 points, had 5 turnovers, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, shot 28% from 3 and 38% from the field. He shot 5 of 13. Then, in Game 2, okay, against the Miami Heat, he scored 20 points, had 3 turnovers, 9 assists, 4 rebounds. He shot 20% from 3, 1 of 5, and 40% from the field. He was a box score, box plus minus was a minus 10. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. You know, they're paying him a shit ton of money, and he's clearly not the fucking player they thought they were getting. So, at this point, I'm going to be honest with you, 76ers lost the trade. So, tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on this. Like, helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.